Hi, folks. It's time for another Art Time with Nick, um, where the show where I do the drawings for my thumbnails and take use viewer contents. I'm Nick, your host, Nicholas Tucker, freelance author, artist, swordmaster, and game designer. Today we'll be going through some very mellow art, just having a good time, and you'll. I hope you enjoy it. Hope you're having already a wonderful 2023. While I wait for people to trickle in, I'll get things started. And if you'd like to buy some of my art, you can either, some of it is coming out in a new art book available through Amazon.com at Amazon.com slash art time with Nick. I'm sorry, Amazon.com slash Nicholas Tucker. Oh, no worries at all, Joe. No worries at all. The holiday season is a very busy time, and I fully understand that things get folks get caught up in doing things. So we'll just get into what we're supposed to be doing in just a second because I need to switch over to little me and pray soon and hide big me. I do the big me hide not because I'm trying to hide my identity or anything, but because I don't want to waste the screen space. All right, so we switch the comments over here so I can see them. And we move this to nothing being blocked, and we are great to go. And folks, feel free to hop in with the chat with any questions, comments. Oops. This works better when I turn my tablet on. I get to be very mellow on the show, and I like that. So first thing we have to do is knock out our business work. And for that means we have to start doing some thumbnails. So instead of my happy square sketch where I usually live, we'll be on the pre-arranged YouTube thumbnail template, which I have to make a bunch more templates. I keep forgetting how to do it. But the width I'm using is by pixels 1280. The height is 720, and the resolution is 600. It's a little high, but it gives me a good quality if when it switches to images. And we just hit OK. And we're good. As usual, we're going to hop right into picking out a nice. I think I'll open up with a landscape. I'm feeling landscapey for the moment. I'd like to get one of my goals in 2020. Also, thanks for understanding my position as work on my craft. I don't share my hand-drawn sketches due to what I told you. Oh, I understand. You're fine on that. And it's one of those we can talk about or we can work on things. It's all about making sure that everyone is comfortable. But because art shouldn't, people have this hang up on art being uncomfortable, and I don't think art should be uncomfortable. Let's just keep it light and easy for the first picture. Kind of. Do I want that blue pail? Yeah, let's just do that nice blue pail. I've got an airbrush. Let's go about 60 with that airbrush. A nice big old airbrush. And because people always ask, let me hide that. I am doing my work in Clip Studio Paint. Because of the way my system is laid out, it is a little tricky in that everything I do when I do it on this show is done on roughly a 3 to 5. Like right now, my canvas that I'm using is about a 3x6 almost, a little less than that. So I do a lot of work at a fairly small scale when I'm not zoomed in. And that's one of the neat things about digital art. You can adjust the scale dramatically. Now, normally I use a much wider brush for setting up my background sky. But today I'm feeling like keeping it kind of lean and loose with this. And then what I'm going to do is come in, and I'll come with a slightly different blue. Maybe a slightly darker blue. Ooh, that's a good aquamarine. Let's do that. And a slightly bigger brush. Let's go bigger. Let me see. Let's go big or go home, so they say. Now, this will be a little tricky because I don't want to fully lose the striations that I've set up. I want to be able to add. So what I'm doing, the hazard of the airbrush. The hazard of the airbrush tool is the edges of your picture. Oh yeah, I like to vary my art a little bit, and I usually do at least one. Joe said, "Ooh, background work." Yes, I like to do at least one more landscapey or background piece because right now I'm building a lot of tools artistically, and the lines are they're a little uniform, but I kind of like it. That's going to be good for what I want to do a little later because as you can see, there's this ripple effect here, and it's not as strong up here. We want that because I'm going to try something else. Next thing we're going to do, because for now this is good. This is good. We're going to pop into our layers and give ourselves a new layer. And that's one of the harder things for me. I'm used to working on limited layers. And we're going to go in and get a much more, another one of my favorite brushes. Come right over here, get my thick oil paint. Gotta love the thick oil paint. Because just like in traditional, the thick oil paint gives you a lot of paint you can move around later. And we'll get a nice, need it. Do I want to go dark and build light or light and build dark? I think I'll go light and then add dark. And I tend to work off of the standard color set because sometimes I get, I have a problem with bumping the little button on my mouse. Is that where I want that to be? No, actually. This one's going to be a little different, so we're going to pull this down. Blessed is the undo button. But we're just going to throw this on there real light. We just want to break the line. And I don't want to fully break the line here. I'm going to do something else over there. But I want to break the line. And I know this is nowhere near where I usually put my horizon. Because usually my horizon line's way down over here somewhere. But I'm not feeling that right now. I want to get a different effect. So then what I'm going to do, let me look at this. To get this how I want it to be, we're going to do this. I'm just going to pull this in. Because this is just framing what I'm working with, And I like to do that. I like to make sure there's a vignette kind of effect where the image is framed. You don't usually find that in real nature. Real nature is rarely symmetrical. And when you do, it's there's something special about it. It's like it's being shaped. Like the good Lord said, here, pop right here and stop a spell. Have a sit and relax. Life is good here. We all need different things. And we all need the opportunity to find places to rest ourselves. Now, I'm going to grab this right here. I'm just going to throw that line out there. Because water, when it gets deeper, it gets darker. It's just the nature of the beast. Now, this is a nice kind of sunny, mellow day that we're working with. And we know it because the sun and the sky is almost reflected in the water. But the water still has you gotta have your secrets, you know? It's what makes things interesting. So, for this part of the show, to wind down at this little cove, I like to take comfort in a landscape. I like to start the week artistically when I see my show and I see the live stream with just some, what brings me comfort. Now, I have to draw this now because I don't live near. Well, I live near water, but not a lot of water, and it's harder to get at. That kind of makes me sad sometimes. I've been on enough adventures that sometimes I get a little seasick, get a little homesick for places that don't exist or don't exist anymore. So we just come on and we're just throwing some dark lines and seeing how it's setting, Because this is not the background layer. This is all on top. But it's letting me get that quick sense of depth without damaging. And I like that. I might just stir this up a bit. You think we oughta? You think this one needs a little stirring? I think it needs a little stirring. Let me get another. No, I want to play on here. I want to be able to play with the dark. So I'm going to come over here. And you're going to have to trust me on this one. I need and Richie. Hi, Richie. Richie says, I feel you on the homesick for places you can't get to anymore. And I'm homesick for places that don't even, exist anymore, I could get in a car and I could go all over. I could go, I could take a bunch of money and I could get up on old I-94 and head on west and hop over to I-80 and not stop till I hit big water. And trees and mountains and, the things of my youth. But the thing is, and that's the tragedy, is when I got there, well, it wouldn't be the same. Because, oops, I moved that a little bit more than I want, and I don't need that much. There we go. Let's get this guy out of the way. I like to start the day, like I said, I'm starting the day with a very true. Stir and marinate. Yeah. So all I'm doing, throwing the screen. Now, a lot of people will see me and they'll go, Nick, water's blue. And water's sometimes blue. Depends how it is and what kind of water. But water, a lot of times, especially when water's got up to something and it's all nicely wound up and doing its thing, well, what you find is a lot more green than you'd expect. And so I don't get distracted and forget to tell y'all, this is the blur tool. And it's just like smudging your finger on charcoal or on oil pastels. It lets you take the material and kind of rinse it around a little bit. I'm still being very, very horizontal. When people think of wave action, see, let me get this going. They think of the waves being more vertical. They see this loop that comes crashing and the breakers. And there's truth to that. That's part of it. We get to that once we get the green spread out. But I've found when water gets wound up, I guess I thought it was a calm day, but as I'm sitting here, the winds have kicked up. I can almost feel it on my face coming. I caught some of that, and that's okay. Because if I smudge that a bit, suddenly it becomes a much more natural looking shore. That's okay. You want that. The other thing is it kicks up the sand, it kicks up the dirt. Now you see, especially right in the middle here, how it's getting that sense of softness. The farther out, the shallower and longer your waves are going to be. You know, I grew up. I was born on the West Coast, but I grew up near Michigan City, Indiana, and the Lake Michigan, is right there. I learned a lot, spending a lot of time about Big Lake Michigan. A lot of time just in the water and watching the water. So I joke about being the mighty manatee man. I'm a kind of chunky fella who's most at peace about nose deep in a body of water. And if I were more, dare I say, hedonistic, I'd probably live and spend more of my time there and less of my time on land. But the problem is, most of my friends are of the land type. So you got to learn to tolerate such things, I suppose. If I ever get to retire, it'll be to somewhere with water, I think. I mean, been to deserts, they have their own beauty, but I want to pull that down a little bit. Keep the smudges hollow. There we go. Now you see, as it gets closer, that verticality, these are little chippy, archy blurs. Because I will tell you, the lake was in my parents' backyard. Oh, that's nice, though. A pond is a beautiful place. And it's a different kind of. Spent more of my youth in water than on land. You and me both. I was either in my parents' pool, which, I mean, pools are kind of like air conditioning, I think, or having a portable heater kind of thing when it's cold. Pools give you the feeling of cool, but they don't have the soul. They don't have the spirit. A pool, even a shallow little lake, like one of my favorites, uh, little tiny lake. I think the deepest it gets is 15 feet. And it's a beautiful place to go, but it's very calm. Not much to it. It doesn't have a lot of fury. Now, Lake Michigan, especially on a day like this where the waves apparently are starting to kick up and the wind's starting to blow, we may go back into the layers and add some storm clouds or something. Just or maybe just regular clouds to this. But I want to play with the water right now. I like playing with the water. I get to calm down. Oops. Been doing enough. My computer's doing the auto recovery save, so it takes it a second. That's fine. If I can stutter as much as I do, the computer can stutter just fine. But I like that. I, you gotta accept things for what they are, and there's a fury. And you see this break right here? How the waves are starting to kind of not flow right. Let me get that. I'm doing something on purpose. Needs to be a little more out that way though. There we go. The waves are breaking around that spot because that's the undertow. Good morning, Joe Bachman. Joe Bachman makes all my broadcasts possible by a lovely donation to let me forward this fancy StreamYard that I use. So thank you very much, Joe. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a pleasant New Year's Eve with the wife and the rats. And oh, I'm not being derogatory. They have actual small rodents, but all this is letting me do is just catch the kind of churning and light going through the layers. Now, I think we might need to add some breakers. So let's add some maybe white caps. Let's see what we got here. Want to go a little lighter? Let's try going a little lighter. We'll just play with it. If I don't like it, I can always hit the undo button. And I'm going to come back to my buddy the heart. I'm just kind of... You know what? This is going to... I realize to do what I want to do with this part and not mess up the other part, I'm going to need another layer. Oh, why I haven't added a little white gray to the water to accent the green? Part of it is I'm still at it. I'm working on the you're getting a little ahead of me, but I want to work on the white caps and I work my way out and mudge because I haven't even done anything to the sides yet. But good catch. It needs another layer though because this part could get a little tricky. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to because what I wanted to build the water so it tells the story. I may have to come back to that other. So no rush. No rush. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Perfection is a thing. Nature's not even perfect. Nature's nature. It tells its story how it chooses to tell its story. I want to keep this part. And I might come off the edges a little bit. I haven't quite decided. This is looking a lot deeper. This is a deep cutoff. This must be a bit of a going back to our friend the blur tool. I may have to shrink it down. It may have a little too much size to it there. But pull it out. See, then I can get that. We want the breakers to crash around this. I need to get back to the other layer in a second and play with that a little bit. Because the breakers, there we go. Nice and easy. I may even throw a light blur on top of all this once all put together. I haven't quite decided yet. Nice. That's what I think. I'm trying to decide what kind of year I want 2023 to be. You know, a lot of folks I know are working to make it a very, very exciting year, very successful year. Lots of business, and business is part of art. Because this is part of life. It's just like eating or having to go to the bathroom or anything else. You may not want to do it sometimes, but it's part of what needs to be done. You shouldn't be afraid of it. Also, shouldn't be controlled by it. Nobody likes being controlled by things. At least I don't. I am, and I need to be sometimes. We all do. We don't need to be. We need to be selective of what moves us. What gives us the reason why we do what we do. See, this is my favorite part of using a mix of digital and traditional means. It's really hard to do some of this stuff. I'm going to come back. Actually, I got to switch back to this layer just for a second. It's dangerous. I understand that. But there's a reason for it. There we go. Get some of that green up in there. I want a little bit of ripcord. I think that to me is a very natural effect. Oh, sitting here waiting for a panel to be re-rendered, I caught a few mistakes and as I was adding sound effects. Well, that's, it's good to catch them. That's why we got to pay attention to what we do. There we go. There we are. Let's get that. I know I was aiming for Lake Michigan when I started this, but it's funny. It seems like this journey has taken me more toward the way water works on Lake Superior. I spent a good amount of time there too, don't get me wrong. But let's come back. I need to get back to that lighter layer. I may have to squish them together to get things to behave. I'm not sure yet. We'll make sure they are all going to play nice and be civil. Oh, that's what we needed right there. That's nice. Had to be careful not to hum too much. I don't want to get in trouble. Oh, I know what's wrong. Shoot. I'm sorry, guys. I started to do it again. Make the same mistake I made last time. Now, where is my music? I think it's Feeding the Ducks. No. Is it? Yeah, that'll do. Nope. It's Feeding the Ducks. That's what I needed. I needed a bit of. I knew I was missing something. I made that mistake last time. I almost forgot this time. That's the best thing about mistakes. Once you realize you've made them, well, you can do something about them. Let's just come here. Let's do that. Where is the merge down these layers? Now everybody's playing nice. And I can start, because see, the hard breaks where the blue and the green just sort of one stops and the other breaks the spirit of the thing a little bit. We need that spread. And this does remind me of some of the little sounds that I found, little areas where the water comes rushing in. towards where a creek feeds, and the waves they get ornery and decide the creek needs to run the other way for a while with storm surges and such. There we go. I like that. Now we're doing much better. Waves are starting to talk a bit. I'm probably gonna have to throw some shading in there, but I'm not quite sure. See, the water's a lot calmer over here. Making a blur in here. Because that's the thing. Go to the beach. You can see the sand through the water. There are a few hard lines at the beach. Oh, I like this. Well, I like it because I spent so much time on it. I just sort of got comfortable, settled in. Digging my feet in the sand, but let's see. That's hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button. My pen back there. Break these guys a little harder because they're going to break over the undertow. Not where you want to be. And we need something. First off, let's come over here, add another layer, and we're just going to throw a multiply up. I want to see how this looks. We're going to grab our old friend, the soft brush. And, ooh, you know what? Let's try that. Let's see if I like. Oh, I do like. I like that a lot. There it is. That's what I was looking for. That's nice. That's just adding a little layer of that. I like that. It gives that mist in the background. We're going to add another layer. Make it another multiply, just like before. But we don't want to play with the green. We like what the green's doing. Things are getting settled in. So we can come over here and grab this. There's I don't know if you can read it, but it says indigo tinged gray number 3. And that's for folks who want the RGB numbers. Hold on. It's R121, G139, and blue. What's 168. It's a nice little color. Not a fond of it. But we've got an airbrush. We can do this. Oh. Now we're starting to get strange light effects. Well, that's nice. I still have to work a bit on the land, but that's going to get probably another layer added right on top. That's nice. Now, actually, let's do that. Let's get our other layer. Let's add another layer. I'm doing a lot of layers today, folks. Now we're on a normal layer. That's fine. Let's grab our paint back up. I think we need a lighter color here. Let's just. I know. It looks hard. It's hard. Don't worry. Have faith. That's just. I don't paint much. As folks think, I kind of sculpt my way with the paint. It's kind of nice. I think people are meant to be in the warm waters and like the sand, because a lot of us are kind of tinted that way. And those of us who are darker, well, that's fine too. There are darker beaches. I've been on a lot of beaches. I've seen even more. Yeah, again, it looks as an artistic motion, using the blur tool and just swirling a bit. Looks funny till you get the hang of it. And then it lets you just sort of sculpt your dunes right up. See that? You start to see how the erosion and wind action and wave action moving the sand around, mixing it with the dirt a little bit. Okay, look. Yeah, this is a good one. Oh, see, you gotta get this corner. There we go. Just sort of pull that along. I want to pull that just along a little bit. There we go. So I was losing a corner from the way I was zoomed in. Oh, it has to take a second now. I have an older box. I need to put more RAM in it, but it likes to take its time. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't followed your comments nearly enough. Let's see. Water seems more like Chicago River than Lake Michigan. Now you got to sit on it near a storm when the light is right. Kind of trouble for humming. I've gotten warmed about it. Yeah, I need my music alive. I gotta have my tunes. If I don't mind, I don't have. I don't have my. It messes with my flow. So I'll put this one on and see what I'm doing. I'm doing this little like slight swirls to just soften everything. A lot of this is impressionist. I'm not going for true photorealism. I don't think in those terms. Let's see what's going on. There we go. We'll do this. And there's a little bit of a big old splash puddle over there. They happen. Wrong place for that. Wrong place for that. Get one over here. There we go. I like that. What we're going to do next. There. Get our what do we want to use for this part? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with my paint tools. I don't want watercolor. Oh wait, no. There it is. Chop and test it. And we're going to grab, we're going to start with this gray 20%. I like it. Should be good. I'm going to start throwing that there. Oops. I got to go back and grab it because I hit the color select cheat button, which is really handy when it's time. But right now, it gets in the way. I want to hit. It's funny that you get clouds and you get fog coming in. And when the weather is moving, it doesn't just come in. It's not just there. It has to come on the door. It has to say, hey, I'm going to come over and maybe make it rain over there. And you can watch it if you've sat and watched the vlog. Oh, hi, Glenn. Happy New Year to you, too. And you are more than welcome for your kind compliment. You are an amazing artist, and you're one of the people I watch that make me better. Hit that stupid right click again. I'm distracted. A lot of what I do, especially when I'm painting, is use very traditional techniques with digital media. And there are a lot of folks out there who see them as two different worlds, and unfortunately, a lot of people decry. I think that's the right word. But they kind of see traditional arts and fine arts as contradictory. And at least for me, I see a lot of it as it's just different tools in my in my box. It's things I can work with. I can just sit here and do a nice painting of fog and a storm coming in. Let it. It's funny, isn't it, guys? Folks have been here the whole time. The art is the story. Well, you come in expecting one day. I was expecting to do a sort of simple mirrored little cove. And as I was working on it, I realized a storm came in. I don't know how the storm came in. It just did. Storms do that. Or at least the fog bank's rolling in. Let's find out. Is it going to get darker? I think it might. It might get darker in the district. That's a gray 50%. Okay, it is getting darker out there. It's okay. That's okay. One thing people don't get is there's beauty in the moment, and we're starting a new year, and the world's shifting around, and I think there's going to be a lot of change on the horizon, and some of it's going to look kind of stormy, and that's okay, guys. It's okay. I know we've been through a lot. We've weathered a lot with what happened with 2020 and all the other stuff, but I think we can make it. And Glenn hit me on YouTube too, saying basically the same thing. Happy New Year, Nick. Hi, Glenn. I try not to raise my voice on this program very much. It's funny. I just sort of this is how I don't burn out. I have my show. This one's not even fully scheduled. I do it on the weekend when I manage to get time. And yeah, I think I'm gonna put Dude up. I like having a person have an extra. Oh, I need another layer for this. No, I think we're good. Oh, I forgot to switch tools. That's what's up. Got so comfortable. That happens to me sometimes. I get real comfortable in a tool and forget to switch back. That ever happened to you? Yes. Normally I'd have more trees. I tend to like tree places, but this one isn't. Are we doing this? Yeah, we'll do this here, like so. And you know what? I think our little guy may have anticipated the weather, because I think you wore a rain slicker out to the beach. Oh, we did. That's good. Let's throw this Guy in a rain slicker out here. Wind's getting to him. That's okay. I want to keep them small. Yes. Bob Ross was a drill sergeant, and he had to do all that yelling and decide that wasn't what he wanted to be about anymore. Um, you'll find a lot of the people who are very gentle kind of learn to be that way by necessity. They become gentle because life forced them not to be. And yeah, this looks a lot like the lamplighter. I'll be honest, most of the time I'm thinking to myself, throwing my little self in the pain, watching the wonders going on. I mean, kind of look like the man in the yellow hat here. I need to work on this just a bit, a little. Well, not quite where I want to be, but that happens. Doesn't have to be hyper detailed because it's just catching the beauty of the world. He's a little small for this, but I don't think I mind. If you don't ever, and oh, glad to see Green Joe. If you don't ever feel small looking at nature, I think you might be missing some of the point. Which is not, not yelling at anybody about it, but realizing that we're individually very, very subservient to nature. I don't know if I like him, but I think he'll do. I think I need to just come down here. And it is. My gosh, the zoom in. Isn't that silly? Isn't that silly looking for a guy who does, animation and stuff? I don't want to use that. No, come back here. This for a second. I understand rules of proportion and things. Not what I have. He's a silly little guy. I think it's kind of okay that he's a silly little guy. His little hat. And we'll give him some hair. Just a little bit of hair. Just a hair. Take my eraser. A nice tiny little eraser. He's got a little too much hat. There we go. Let's just pull that down. He won't be out here long, I don't think. I think that wind's a bit much for him. Yep. That's good. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to finish this part off right here. This is not going to do. Let's just make life simple. Let's do that. A little bit of blue, never hurt anybody. Yeah, I like to add a little bit of life and just. Normally I'd have trees, but I'm just. The blurred focus is what happens when I look at the water. I get almost tunnel vision because I find waves hypnotic. So I think I kind of like this piece. It's not a perfect piece, but let's check this out. Yeah, let's see. A little there, maybe? This screams the lighthouse is needed. Yes, it does. It does, but I think And I was thinking it needs something. Ha! That's what we need. Well done, Joseph. I'm sorry, I don't know if your full name is Joseph. I just assumed a lighthouse is needed, but not where he is. Let's see. Give me very muted gray. Let me see. Right there. Perfect. Let's oh, I like that. A lighthouse is needed. Oh, don't like that line. Let me think. This, get that little building of the lighthouse. We can just see the shadow of the lighthouse in the fog. And see, that gives me an opportunity. That gives me a beautiful opportunity. Because the storm's coming in, but oh, nope. At last, my birth certificate doesn't have Joseph, just an ordinary Joe. Well, I will try to remember that, and if I mess it up, I will, I apologize. But let's add a layer, and now we're going to come, I want to say add glow. Let's see if this gives me something. Because the lighthouse is just going to start working. The storm's coming in. Oh, here we go. This is going to start. And if you mess it up, we'll tease you endlessly, Nick. That happens too. I think you're talking about his name, not my art, but that's okay. Because the light hasn't fully been lost enough. So it's only beginning to shine out where the darkness. A lot of my old teachers in grade school and high school called me Joseph when I was out of pocket to a degree. It's a reflective thing. The older I get, and good to know, the older I get, the more I value the names of things. The names we choose and the names we have. On the blend tool, back to my paint tool. Lightly do this. Trying to follow the line. We'll grab my blend tool. Because sometimes you can't see everywhere your light goes. And you lose sight because it can get diluted. But the light keeps going. That is strange. Because now it has a story. I like that. Oh, that's good. Well, again, not perfect, and I still have to do something about this little gobbledygook down here. Just had to figure out what layer is being cranky. We come back to our buddy the blend tool. There it is. Nice. That's do a little bit more. Stretch that. And I need to come over because his rocks are entirely too simple. So what we're gonna do is grab a little bit of this. And we're gonna grab this guy. Yeah, we're just gonna do a little. I'm on the wrong layer, aren't I? Yep, there we go. Just give it a little bit of grassiness. Because he's high up enough yet that the dune grass is still. Though for our teachers could figure out how to say Rich instead of Rick. I answer to Rich. Ick is the name I hear. That Nick's dad and I bonded over it. Yeah, basically, if I hear the I sound and somebody's saying it, I turn. Rick, Nick, Dick. He's nice now. Now we're getting something. I knew it needed just a bit more. Oh no, that's the cat. I don't want the cat. Don't cat that. There we go. Put this away so I have more room to see what I'm doing. I love the defiance of dune grass. There we go. Now, down here on the part I don't terribly like, I'm going to work a little bit more. I like that. No, that's the wrong shade. But I'm not going to get rid of it. I think there's hope there. Just it needs a bit much darker. Let's do that. Explains some of the disturbance. Have to break the donut though. There we go. Had a teacher call you Christopher? That's odd. My fifth grade teacher would call me idiot just because I wasn't good with my multiplication titles. It was Mr. Steele. He was not a kind man. Although I believe looking back, he thought he was funny. There we go. Oh, I see an opportunity here. Just when I thought it was done, I see an opportunity. Dare I be bold? Oh, I dare. I dare. Sometimes you need a bit of boldness. You need to be willing to just say, wait, what is this coming into the picture? That's not what I showed. That is. See, I like this because this is now very much a picture of defiance, of being fearless, Make it a little too thick. It needs to be very wiry. That's fine. I can just make it more wiry. I need lighter bluish. Yes, right. Yes, my friend. Yes. Be defiant. Be defiant in the face of. That's what it needed. It needed the inverse scale effect. The placement's not quite right. That's okay. Now I can come over here, grab a black, zoom. Oh, see? I see something I missed. Let's fix this by layer down, layer down, layer down, layer down, layer down, layer down. I like to, when I'm just about done, I like to pull the layers down because then I can do little touch-ups. Because I'm seeing the picture now for sure. Oh, I made a mistake. That did do some interesting things. So we come below the glow layer and try this. No, I guess I can't do it that way. That's fine. I want the rich. I have to not compress it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm playing with the mechanics of it. Zoom down. I'm on this layer. Grab myself my little tiny pen. Oh my god, I want my good pen. Go. Oh, how big is it? This has got to be small. 5 will probably work better. Jeez. Go. 23. First picture 23. Look at that. So we like all this. So what we're going to do, let me zoom in. Not quite flawless. I don't like that. Let's just see if I can get here. I see a mistake. Let me see if I can tweak that real quick. Not that layer. There we go. A little too. Now I'm doing these little half circles because you want to keep the wave spray action. There we go. Yeah, a little bit. I think I can tweak here. It's a good layer to tweak on. And I can tweak right behind the flower. I used to get in trouble for drawing flowers. Several important people in my life informed me that that was something only homosexual people did. And then people I thought were my friends would hit me a lot for it, which is ridiculous. One, don't feel guilty because, people may have beat you up at points in your life. It only matters if they won and made you stop doing what you love. This picture is about defiance. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So let's get back. We can see it all. There's a blur action. Yeah, blur up here. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Alrighty, I'm going to. Save. Just save this. Give it a second to close and rattle. And I'm going to save this under the big file because I really like it. I may want to explain it. Oh, that you're getting to see gift art I did for Cat Rothmel. I have to put that image out, but this is Defiant. Like that. Call it that. And this is where we start getting use out of your projects, artists. I've saved this as a big file. That means it's backed up, it's safe. I'll throw the whole thing in my big file storage. And once it's done clicking and warning. And then what I'm going to do is come over here. I'm going to save as. Come right down here to JPEG. I ping. That's a big file. Save it as Defiance of the Storm. Yes, it's going to be cranky. Yes. Now, I'm going to File, Export Animation, not animation, timelapse. Export timelapse. And take it a second. While I do that, while it's doing that, let me look through. Wow. Yeah, school was not always the best time for me. Got yelled at for cheating because I had my paper on my desk with my name and she thought I had somebody else's paper. That's bad. I would have hated that. Wind is represented as well. Yes, it is. Well, I love wind. Wind is a transformative force. I did Striker. It's odd. Yeah, that's odd. Mom set her straight on her cheating allegations. That, as horrible and unpleasant as that woman must have been, that must have been embarrassing when it finally dawned on her she'd been calling you the wrong name this whole time. This really is very sculpty, isn't it? I have some watercolors I really need to both get framed and put up and share around that I did. Some I did up in Door County, Wisconsin. Well, this is looking good, so I'm going to say okay with that. I know it's looking good. And it's going to export that, and that's fine. Sorry if my music stutters when I'm exporting a time lapse. I'm asking a lot. She was nice, but it was getting up there. I understand that. This is a big one. This is a big time lapse. But that's okay. This is a good chat. So while I'm doing this, because after this is all done, well, this time lapse is exported. I'm going to add the never mind the furthermore, and this will be Monday's, which is tomorrow's thumbnail. Guys, if you have any ideas on what you'd like to see me draw, maybe for the Wednesday thumbnail, feel free to discuss that while we're waiting, because this is just part of the natural process of art creation. And this is why, in part, why I think I'm so opposed to AI art, the AI art programs, because they sample from artists without permission. they steal the progress. They steal the chance of both the person who uses it to learn and improve their own art, a chance to express yourself. Uh, there's a price to having someone else hand you perfection, and I really see uh, things like that as a sort of a monkey's paw. And it's tragic because it's not just stealing from artists; it's stealing what art means, and that's not groovy. So it's always better to go out there and do your own art, do your own drawing. I'll always respect the people who put in the hours and try to improve more than the ones who don't. Even if they are, if there's skill, if you just had raw talent and it just always worked for you, then you didn't never have to struggle with it. Now later, this dude, like all my time lapses, will be up on this channel in the art time lapses playlist file, playlist that has a whole bunch of them. But I have to do one more thing now that everything is saved and backed up how I want it. One more oh, actually no. Control C. I don't need to get it that way because when I click here and I go here, it will give me a layer. I'll make sure layer wise I'm way up on top. Comica text. Is it going to let me? Text. Comica. Yep, we'll just throw that right there. It's going to tell me it's this big. I don't need that much space. That looks about right. And we'll use the kind of trademark red. Okay. Close this one. Now to think about where I want to put it. Because that's not the right place. I think I'm going to put it right there. Yeah, because I don't want to block this one up too much. Okay. File. Save as. And I go NTF. And I go S1. E79. Oh, it's and save. Oh, no, I did the wrong one. That's cool. And I go 80. Occasionally I misnumber my. There we go. 80. Oh. Cancel. I goofed that up. File. Save as. Yep, count that. I have to go here first. Now I can do that. See, because it had it. Why isn't it showing? Oh. There we go. No. We hit save. It layer, yes. See that? Now it should give me some spunk. There we go. I think that looks good. And if not, I can. Adding the text is the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm double checking something. Yeah, I see the text on the file, so that's cool. So we go File, hit New. Another thumbnail. I still have 2 more to do. Alrighty. Let's kick this up a notch, speed-wise and stylistically. Um, we're gonna hit our again a nice blue because I like to do my sketching in blue line. Grab my pen tool, get up to a nice 7. That's nice. And uh, what comes next? I wonder. If you leave me to my own devices, I tend to draw elves. I recently went to rewatch. I'm starting a rewatch so that my wife can watch it, and I was watching it with my brother. Record of Lotus War. Record of the Lotus War. That was a program that heavily influenced me in that was very much how I someday wanted to draw. And all I'm doing, and while I do this, all I'm doing is I'm drawing a person. They'll probably be an elf person with amazing hair, but it looks like they're checking their phone with that hand pose. Now, part of me referencing both Lotus War is we got pink. That's where I got my weather vane ears for elves. My first DM and one of my dearest friends, one by the name of Aaron, first one to ever DM for me. I was the forever DM in my house, obviously. I learned a lot from her. Good and bad. She always scolded me on my weather vane ears, but Deedlit, who's an elf, was one of the characters that just her design was so beautiful. Hit the wrong button, got distracted. Just that's also part of where I fell in love, and I have no talent for it yet. I need to work on it more. But with the Art Nouveau, I truly enjoy Art Nouveau. What am I doing with this elf? I like her hand. I mean, her arm's a little beefy. I can fix that though, because this is still just a sketch layer. This is just plain. She's also perhaps a little too endowed. Yeah, she's a little too endowed. Well, I don't know. There aren't enough chunky elves out there, so we do that. I have to decide on a hairstyle. Any thoughts? Should it be long so I can play with the flow, or shorter so I can make it kind of cuter and play with the silhouette? You guys let me know. Yeah, she is way too endowed. Let's pull that into more reasonable. Yeah, let's pull that into more reasonable. Not that I don't like chunky elves, because I love chunky elves, but it was actually kind of messing with the proportions painfully. So let's do that. We're still where we need to be. And that lets me do, yeah, just a little more wiggle room. It's also because this is a thumbnail, you know. She has a cell phone. What would an elf she'll wear? Oh, okay. Guess she's got a backpack. Not a backpack, a little side pack. Fine. That explains why her arm's doing that. We'll do that. Give it like a non-existent, like implied kind of color thing. You know what? This elf is giving barista energy. I don't know why, but she has barista energy. And you guys must like what I'm doing, because you guys only get quiet when you really like what I'm doing. Because when you don't like it, you guys want to just tell me, and I'll do something else. But yeah, we've got barista energy. Jeez. That eye is dorked up beyond measure. That's okay. Mistakes happen. Don't be afraid to make them. It helps if you zoom in. Because again, I was working on about a matchbox size. Tool right. Okay, no words on her hair. And I'll just keep on trucking. Apparently, she is none too pleased with whatever she's reading, or she's very interested. Kind of half listening as I'm trying to teach myself a new video editing software. Wonderful. No, that means I'm doing my job. This isn't meant to be a high impact for, jumpstart your day, get the force started. Yeah, that's not bad. Get things going. Since she's a barista, she needs to control her hair. So let's do this. And just sort of think for a second. But yeah, you should be new to you. That's fine. You don't have to know everything. Like, apparently people are just now discovering Record of Lodoss War. And I find that amusing, because it's certainly, I've been a fan since the 90s. It came out in 1990. But that doesn't make it any less valid for other people's enjoyment. And it means, if people enjoy something like that, they're more likely to produce things like that. And it would just be tragic if there was a bunch of sun rays and, well-written fantasy anime and manga and independent comics. Oh, that'd be terrible. Joe Bachman says, if ever there is a time, why did I keep adding ever? If there is ever a time you don't have time to draw up a background for NTF, I know someone who can make a killer gradient background. Yes, Joe. And on that day, in a day like no other, you will be needed for. But how are you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. And playing with old videos and laying around before recording shows and trying to edit content for the channel. Cool. Just don't get lost in it. Don't get lost in the prep work. Let's see. That'll do. Oh, she's reading. She's definitely reading something on her phone. Okay. Well, if she's working at a coffee shop, I'll add some background to her. And because this is just a background, I'm still only on the sketch layer for this. Okay. With a shirt a little bit. That's give her a t-shirt under it. But she's at work. She's not looking to work. Maybe she just got off work. I like that. Maybe she's just getting off work and punched out and she's checking her messages. I like that. As we start the day, well, she could be reading our favorite independent author. I like this. Very chill. Ooh. Let's see. Doing all right. About to remote in my Mac so I can start working on some coding. Excellent, Joe. Might as well need. I well, I need to splice in other content. I'm doing a show on Excel. I have to learn the basics. Oh, very cool. Been a long time since I played with Excel. But Excel is cool. And Joe, you made Richie, you made that really nice point cost Excel file for me for Big Sundry Robots for purchasing units. She's recording the Karen melting down at table 3. Okay, if she's doing that, she just got off the clock. And I need to change her expression just a little bit because if she's recording the Karen melting down. Okay, let's do this. She's recording the Karen melting down. There we go. Add just a little bit more mouse. Okay, cool. Now, I think we've got our sketch layer done. Let's get to inking this, and then I'll worry about the extra details. This is just playing around. Quit playing around. Yes, I know. But it's fun. It's fun. So we need another layer. And I need to come over here and grab black. I'm going to keep with the good pen because right now I'm kind of enjoying the slight roughness of the good pen. Once in a while I want the cleanness of the Millie pen, but we'll just start right here. I'll move my mic a little bit. I don't need this because I'm here. I shouldn't mess with that at all unless I need my eraser. Let's go. See, part of what I want to work on in 2023, which is this year, I'm not big on resolutions because those always get wrecked. That's just the nature of it. But I do want to improve my art. And ironically, part of improving my art, knowing my own flaws, is I need to slow down and let myself art. I'm so used to art being stolen time that I get. Nope, I hit one of the funky bones. Give me a second. I know what I did. Now let's be smart, because if I don't erase that area, I'll be fighting that blue later. But sorry, got distracted. No, I want to focus on getting my art just right, so I can do some of the things that I plan to. For a lot of gigs, I got derailed contract work. I love contract work. I made good money on contract work. I will do contract work because, like I said, I make good money. But I also kind of owe myself something. I don't get out much. So my chief escapes when I am getting away from some of the responsibilities and harder necessities of life are art and gaming. And you have to be careful when you monetize something you love because, one, you still have to treat it like a business, which doesn't sound very calm, but really it's a necessity. And you have to respect it in yourself. And I have some esteem issues sometimes. So sometimes I don't. Sometimes I take. I tolerate things that maybe I shouldn't. And I let myself get put on the back burner. So that's part of what I'm really working on. I really want to take time and artistically and interpersonally make sure I'm getting treated right. Because I would be upset if I saw anyone else treat anyone else the way I sometimes get treated. And since that's the case, and I realize it's a problem, when you know there's a problem, here, do something about it. That's what I'm doing right now. This is almost very much like a villain arc for me, but it's not. It feels villainous to take and say, no, uh, I need to do my thing. But sometimes you have to, especially when you've had aspects that put your life on hold. Because time is the one thing I don't get back. A year. I also try to do my artwork in a way that other people can go, hey, I can do that. A lot of times I get messages from people who are kind of cranky because they're like, well, I can do that better. To which I always tell them the same thing. Proceed. If you have if your gung fu is stronger, use your gung fu, my friend. Oh, the last line's just a little. There we go. Ugh. Oh, just found out the police chief is releasing a book on Amazon January 3rd. Well, you know what to do. Send me some information about it. And if it's interesting, I'll try to promote the guy's book. I support our police, when they are doing their job. Yes, I've named the elf L. Yes, it's rather lazy. But that's okay. Well, let's give oops. Give her a couple of earrings. Little cuff. Nothing excessive. But I just think elves look really cool when you have that big of an ear set to decorate it. I find myself wondering many times about body modification in fantasy. So, as this actually could be one of the I have a race of elves in my big stompy robots line. Well, no, she can't be one of them. She doesn't have all her face tattoos. Why isn't it drawing? What's going on? Did I bump the layer? No, I didn't bump the layer. Let's try it now. Oh, let me pick it up. There we go. It's back. It was being funky. Our rig does that once in a while. You just kind of have to bump it around. Who doesn't love elves in space? Big old crap. Play with the speed valve a little bit because it looks like there we go. Now it doesn't look quite so much. There we go. Fairly fancy mug. I need to fix the go. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Let's hide the sketch layer. Okay, cool. We're going to delete the sketch layer and then start cleaning up the primary. Oh, see, I was so zoomed in, I missed some stuff. That's fine. Because, oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Nobody else. There we go. We'll zoom out that extra notch right back in. I have to fix this. That's fine. Just adding some light details. Put this on like that. I know I have to do some line work on this now that it's all drawn, but that's okay. Ah, pop my wrist. Ow. Oh wait, you know what? I haven't done a posture check. Hold on, I'm all hunched. Oh, guys, gotta move my neck. Big breath, get something to drink before I hit the next part. Alrighty. Let's come here. Let's get some work done. We need hit folder line and go 10 with it. Start with our elf, work our way out. Let's do her peripheral first. Boom. Boom. I need her to pop, so we're going to do this. There are people who get talked about in the, in the art community. People like Bob Ross and others who influenced folks. Sadly, Mark Kistler does not get enough press. He did a series called The Secret City. And when I was a kid, I used to love watching The Secret City because he taught me how to draw, and how to see things as shapes. And it was really, really a great set of resources. That's was drawing on the left side of the brain. I read that in college. And Understanding Comics by Scott Cunningham, which I had to sell my copies of because I was born a college student. I could keep my books. Oh, Joe will be back. He needs to delete some Mountain Dew. Understand? Stuff in, stuff out. That's why I usually keep my shows a very specific length. Because everybody has to go to the bathroom at some point. And there shouldn't be any shame in saying, oops, but I can't do that really on a live stream like this. I don't really run commercials on this program because this program isn't like my others. I don't have to quite turn on this card. It can just be relatively chill. Oops. That's on. We should be back when you're. And please like and share and subscribe to this. I try not to get too quiet on drawing because then it would be boring for the viewer. My time lapses are by necessity silent, but that's okay. So here we go. Put a window over there. I'm not really worried about what's going on outside. This is a fast one anyway. So, does it stay black and white? Oops, need to save. Or do I go full color? I kind of like the black and white on the phone. You just don't check your phone. That's one of my better hands. It's not a great hand, but it's one of my better ones. So. There we go. I need to fix that sign just a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. It's a fun one. And guys, thank you for sticking around. I know these are fairly long programs, but it is truly appreciated. Let's throw some panel lines behind her. Just to give a bit more. There we go. This is not one of the more serious images. They don't all have to be serious. Yeah, I'm gonna color. I don't know. It looks so good in black and white. Let's try. Let's meet in the middle. When you don't know if you want to color something, you don't know if you want to leave it black and white. Set up a shade layer. We're gonna keep it simple. Got my marker. Got my Millipen. What am I set? Tiny. I need a stout Millipen. That's good. And a very nice light gray. So deal with this real quick. Any messages that are actually important? Doesn't look like anything major is going on. I forgot to check this, so we're good. Everything looks groovy. Oh, never mind. That, and I have to fix this to make sure I am where I'm supposed to be, which I am definitely not. Hey, give me a moment. Well, we'll get that fixed. It'll rattle down when we come here. Here we go there. There we go. That's all fixed. Now, let's add a bit of shading to her. I'm sure she has overhead lights. Just keep it pretty solid and pretty fearless. Anywhere the light might not want to shine is gonna get some gray. Adds a little bit of detail, makes the world a lot more interesting. Like that. That went well. There we go. She slightly reminds me of that awesome chair lady who this is a fun sketch. I might just I think I'll leave it in gray to scale. That feels fair. A little shading under there. Do that. Yeah, that feels much more fair, and I feel like I've created something of some value. And I like the grayscale work because one, I can print it much cheaper when if I take it, I put it in anything for like Amazon. That's fun. This is a fun sketch. I think it's time to sign it and cruise on down to the next one because I am running just a bit behind where I want to be. Is my eraser. Let's just do that. Clean that up just a little bit. That looks better. Quick sketches can be fun. Go back to 7. Just called eraser. We need the eraser tool. I need my pen tool. Yes, I don't need to be. Three. Pow. That came out pretty cool. And I can always, what I'll do is I'll give her the save as Barista. There we go. Elva Barista. Boom. We may do some more with her. She's cute. She's cute. Oh, and then the picture pops a little bit. I like when they pop. Okay, that's been saved there. That means we can export. Pow. So, what do you guys want me to draw next? Any thoughts? Wade in. Export her as a painting, because it's that time where we export her as a painting. Say okay. Say okay, because it's just a fun, quick digital sketch. Time lapse. This one should go much faster. Yeah, I like that. It's been a real challenge to learn to do line work on digital. Painting comes innately easy digitally, but Werewolf doing taxes. Okay. Looks like I got floaty. Okay. Give it a second. Sorry for jamming my music. I don't know if it does on your end, but oh, I know what's wrong. My phone is trying to do things, and my net is dodgy. Let's do that. There we go. Save that stress. Barista. Art. Time lapse. Okay. Now for Friday, my boy Richie wants. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. Sheesh. You got me all excited. Hold on. That save. Come here. I know what I forgot to do. Red. You know, ask me, I'll throw out weird suggestions, and hey, after an Elven Barista, Werewolf in Taxes feels in line. No, you're right. I got no problem with that whatsoever. I think that's bloody brilliant. I just have to do. I almost forgot part of why I do this. place is wrong, isn't it? And we'll just take this, put it needs to be legible. Put it here. There. There we go. So with there, I'll just shrink it a little bit till it fits. Nice file. Save as. Oh, can't do it yet. Hold on. I almost made the same mistake I made last time. Boom. There we go. Now, file. Save as. And my CF. 1, 2, yeah. Yes, I know it's gonna be cranky. Okay. Got that saved. Cool. Shrink this. File new. Okay, because everything's still set up. Put that one to sleep. Night night. And let's go. This one's going to be a flyer because I kind of like it, and I think I can make this good. Yep, pen. I don't want to do it in red. I want to do it in blue, like I usually do. What? There we are. Button. Just do my whole floor. Werewolf custom. All. That's too. Here we go. Good ear shape there. Ear tone. Not bad. Okay, Richie, how's that look to you? How's that? I mean, you asked for a werewolf doing taxes. I'm going to do all the black work. Tell me if you agree this is what you were looking for. Double check that I didn't accidentally. Yeah, I didn't accidentally. Cool. Here, probably. And mirror exactly what I had pictured, including the sneeze. Well, it's really hard as an anthropomorphic character, especially your Lupin fellas, to have glasses that go up and don't obscure your view. And I don't talk about it a lot, but I've been drawing anthro and furry art for decades. Many years ago, I had a dear friend, and we drifted apart. And it's sad that that happened. Named Kamichita. Kamichita was was and still is an incredible artist. Very, very big inspiration. I learned so much from her in high school. And she's one of those people who, even though we don't talk or whatever, social media and life happen, I don't ever not credit her for being an incredible influence on me. And she went off and she does a lot of art that isn't the stuff that I partake in per se, but you'll learn. Oops, I keep trying to snide that blue. Goodness, Richie, yeah, you should be surprised. You've seen my art for a long time. I've done pieces for you. I'm pretty good at knowing how you think. Joe says, I love the confused, concerned face looking at the ass. That is pretty much the face anyone would make doing taxes. Yeah, werewolf taxes are hard because they have to do their human form taxes, and then they have to do their special, taxes on, how many wild animals they poach without a license versus, did they purchase their lycanthropic deer hunting license so that, they can hunt during, off season because, they're lycanthropes. Werewolf taxes are probably mean. Also decided that he's a dapper werewolf because those are some of my favorite werewolves. If you're going to be a werewolf, why not be quite dapper? Almost Poirot stash going on. And his other arm's back there going, what am I going to do? Oh, I don't like that. I have to clean it up once I'm free of the influence of the blues. For now, we're just gonna hope I can draw funky curled paper, okay? Yeah, you know what? This will probably get well received as the Friday thumbnail. Let's zoom in. I also want to do something. It's be slightly smaller, but I want to see if I can do it. 1040 inch. How? Pull this down. There. Wolf. Now let's pull the blue away, and we'll see how close I've gotten to things being right. All he needs is chestnut. He needs this chest there. He needs some fur. Some marking just to make more one. I want to be a boring werewolf. And we'll come here, hide that. Oh yeah, we're golden. That gets that. Delete that. Let's see. Just put that. And I can never say the name for the glasses. I was mispronouncing, but let's do a little bit of work on our boy here. Break out the pen again. And this is almost exactly. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. Almost exactly if I were doing this on paper process that I would be using. I'd go with probably 0.5 rollerball. And then come like Did I get that closed? If I got that closed, I can do this. Oh yeah, that's solid. That's beautiful. I'm happy with that. I just got stuck doing werewolf back. Should have had Luke Scout on his live. They're great for doing chapters. Find all the destruction. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm referencing a program that was called Grim. I wasn't overly fond of the end of it, but the premise was amazing. There we go. Pinch knees? Is that how you say it? Pinch knees? Thank you. He needs to have like the little licorice bite looking nose though. He's a cute dude. He is a cute character. I like him. I like the fact that I have a little dapper werewolf over here. He's just a good boy out trying to do his werewolf taxes. And I'm really going to just double down on just arting this up like one of my sketches. I'm having fun with it. This will definitely be a black one. I don't think I'm going to leave it like that. Sometimes it doesn't need the full color workout. Let me do not that one though. There. Oh. Let's see. Something like that. I'll do something like that. Now's the part where I have to stop and breathe because I'm having fun and it came quick. But that's no excuse not. Do the little details, they'll make it a lot better. Things that nobody would notice but me. Like making sure that this is one thing I see a lot of people, myself included, forget to add the thickness for the fabric. You know what I mean? A paper doesn't really need thickness, although okay, there we go. Oh, I forgot his pencil. I accidentally erased his pencil when I moved it over because he needs the pencil in his ear. So let's grab my eraser. Let's do a bit of cookery here. Let's just add the pen. What's this? There we go. Here. The tooth get extra tooth. Yes! Werewolf taxes. Love from Monroe and not Kaylee. Not sure. Can't remember the Fuchsbau's name. I absolutely adored her though. Have you ever created something that suddenly can't remember where the heck you saved it? that is what I'm going through right now. Oh God, that's my life story. The worst one is occasionally I will. You know how you're not supposed to be able to read in your dreams? I don't have that problem. I can read in my dreams. I often do. You know what? I'm not proud of this. I'm just going to be. Hold on. I am proud of this one. Alrighty, so file. Careful. I'm gonna say the big file. This is a good one. Well, I hope you find what you're looking for. So many people claim that you can't do in your dreams that other like that I hear others like. Um, I do. Do I not dream and do something else instead? I I wonder because I can read in my dreams. Uh, I can. I feel pain in my dreams. Uh, it gets very hinky. You just save this as a PNG. Okay. Okay. I'm going to export the time lapse. Sorry if it glitches while I do this. It says, I was looking for the gradient I created for the ICD app I put on Android. I have to upload it on Android Play Store as part of the app. It means I saved it locally at some point. I understand. I'm twitching, but I understand. I can read. I've died in my painfully in my dreams. Yeah, I've done that too. For the life of me, though, I can't figure out where it's saved. So the easiest solution was just look up the app and save the image on the website. I've had to do that. I've had to do that sort of thing to back things up all the time. Oh gosh, he is so poor guy. Do that. And I will be putting that up on this, like the rest of mine will go up on my page as art time lapses. I forgot to say art time lapse on that, but I'll change the name. Oh wait, no, haha, I'm good. Good. Alrighty. Let's do something entirely different. Wait, nope, almost. I almost did, but I have to do one more thing, don't I? Get here. Get the red. Try that again. Because I Uh, not black or red. That's how I do it. Prism. I typoed it. Ha! Got it. Try to catch my typos. No, not prism. Perfect. That away so I don't pick it up. This way. Go here. Go here. Say gas. Yeah. One. Eight. Ready? 8. Yay! Alrighty, so all those, when I'm done doing this and I've downloaded and made room, are going to go up on YouTube. But that means the work part of it is done, and I still have a little bit more to do. Let's do new, and instead of a thumbnail, let's do a square. And we'll put our happy girl dead. All right, guys. Next idea. We'll do one more idea. Or else I'll end up doing a random fantasy. I like doing squares because I can put squares easily into a lot of formats. Instagram and all that. Nope. Yep. Don't forget to hit publish when you create the streams, especially HFG. Yes, I forgot that last week. You can do one of a person pulling their hair out in front of a PC trying to code or set up a website. Okay. Cool. Make it blue. No, no. Let's just let's just restart some of that one blank. I don't like that. I also have to change because my blue is way too light for what I'm doing. So dark, the great. And I'm forcing myself to do hands because I think I almost drew the werewolf again, but he's had enough frustration in one life. Nope. And you can try to do it, but also I did a good thing. I did a thing. Okay. It's a good thing, though. Possible. Okay. I'm gonna have faith, maybe. I mean, I know you do a good thing. I've met your wife, but Joe created a new YouTube channel called the Independent Creator Directory. First stream that will be on it after tomorrow, since I have to wait 24 hours to go live, will be Behind the Code. Okay, cool. Nothing wrong with another YouTube channel. Be sure to send me the link so that I can subscribe. Actually, throw the link here so that everybody can grab it, and then DM me the link because I won't be able to see it. It's not bad for pose rough. I can do that. Okay, that's enough for me to have a reference. Let me hide this layer for a second. Yeah, I may have to play with that layer later. It may or may not come back. Oh. Going to test the broadcast on regular channel today. Make sure it broadcasts correctly. Streaming or recording and posting? That's a good question. Let's throw another layer on this while we're here. Above that. There we go. I'm gonna. Don't worry. This is rough, but I'm gonna make it better. I'm gonna make it a lot. Actually, yeah. Let me see if I can do something else first. And I always goose this up. But I'm gonna try. Take this. Yeah, yeah, we'll hit that up. Yes, I do. Yes. Okay, now I feel like a pro. I've been meaning to learn how to do that trick, and I never quite worked. There we go. Now I have more room. Okay. Yay. Where's my default? Now we're here. Oh, no. Oh, give me my pen now. I'm on black. Need to go back to the blue. Not that matters. So I can find the rest of this in whatever color works. This is real rough. Okay, concept locked in now. Oh, it says not sure when I planned. Okay, let me streaming. What times and days you're planning? I think I'll do a live stream eventually. Set up a day and try and help me keep up time for coding. What do I plan to do? Coding while you stream? Yep, coding while I stream. Let people see exactly what goes into creating amateur an app and how much a Google like me uses an app. No, let's try that again. Joe says, yep, coding while I stream. Let people see what goes into creating an app and how much an amateur like me uses Google/Stack Overflow for figuring out random errors. Flutter and Dart, as you're talking apps, probably will pick an evening that isn't Rising Tide, and yeah, it'll be fun. Okay, hang on then. Hang on. Yeah, just do this. Checking something in a way of reference on a different thing. Yes. Now, come here. Way in here. Yeah, this was just storage. Don't worry, this whole face is going to change in a second. This is going to make a lot more sense, I think. Yeah. That'll do. Not pink. Not pink. We've had enough pink, please. Sorry about that, guys. I had to figure something out. After the show going, main show is going to be recorded post. I might try a random pimpage stream every couple of weeks. Pick creator and pick the heck out of their stuff and allow them to come on and talk about it at work. That's groovy. actually distracting me a little bit. There we go. There's no layer. Yeah. Or your usual suspects are just to pick out. Yeah, group shows are a whole different energy too. I do a lot of them. And the problem is, I find you end up with a clash of some people are super are super bumpy. I know the scaling's off, but there. NTF does go off the rails a bit when I show up. Sometimes you actually are among the more, you know how to distract me, but you also distract me with interesting things. I hate that. Haha, it's been fun. Yeah. Give myself more room to work. That's not a big deal. Yeah, that'll do. But sometimes you end up in the weeds. And that's okay too. See, I know Joe, and I'm gonna give Joe special give him pineapple rent. That way I don't get sued. I don't know if Joe's surrounded by post-it notes, but I know I am. So I'm going to put all these floating post-it notes. And there. Draw them up a little. Computer. No. It's Joe, so it has to be wireless. No, that's all filled up. I can see Joe drinking a patent brand Go Juice energy drink. Go Juice. It's the juice that makes you go. Sugar. Okay, already put notes out as one. Yeah, this is not what I would call my best work, but it is a fun food. So you gotta have some fun. Also helps to erase with an eraser. I'm getting a little silly, so I'm probably gonna have to end the show soon. Not what I was expecting. Oh yeah. I also used to drink. I had this amazing. I got it at a place called Sharps in Michigan City. It was some kind of Mexican canned coffee. I lived off of the stuff. That's Orange Cow, you know. Orange Cow, you think? First thing I gotta do is I have to get rid of that blue has to go away. Deleted. Take this and make it. It manifests the headache well. Okay, we can work with that. This needs cleaning up to be viable, but I want to do some screwball things. Whoa, that went too far. This whole arm went dark side. Sorry about that. I wouldn't see the arm that well. This is what happens when I'm like hanging out and somebody says something and I grab a piece of paper. It's this really sloppy, off scale, dear Lord, what was I thinking? Kind of insanity. shoulder marker. Like that, probably. Looking for those levels up. Not perfect because it's not meant to be perfect, but it needs just a little love. Loading. There you go. Looks good to you? This, and we play. Oh, wait. On to here. There we go. Here. Now let's do this as the shading. Yeah. Now, my razor. Come over here. Soft eraser of the right side. Flow from there. Pull this down. There we go. That's not too. That's not too. Let's get there. Okay. There we go. My pen back. Find it. This one will get offset to whoever needs it. I'm up a long layer. Hold on. Three. Save that one. Coding range. that. All right. Okay. And when I do all these updates, I have a whole bunch of art and stuff that's going to go up on DA. These guys will go up there too. So at some point this week, probably late tonight, because I've been sitting still for nearly 3 hours. Uh, I will, I will have all the stuff you guys will. Oh, apparently a 5.4 magnitude earthquake has hit northern Cal. That just came up breaking news of the new tab. Jeez. Oh, your time lapse. That we'll save. Ping and I'm joking. Um, yes. Our prayers obviously go out to anyone in California who's been affected by this quake and anything that comes after. Uh, Please, folks, count yourself lucky wherever you are. That you have what you have, and as time comes, if they need people need help, and you can please help anyway. But that's been a nice 3 hour program of a whole bunch of art, including a very fun piece. A couple pieces I never would have probably thought of doing on my own, which is great. Why I love having an active chat. If you like this program, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, the Nicholas Parker Art Channel. I should be back sometime next weekend for more Art Time with Nick. Join us on Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's Eastern Time, where we talk to authors and art, talk about artists and authors and game designers, the challenges of being a creator in this era, and try to help and promote each other. Other than that, I've been Nick. Please keep drawing because, if you draw, you can edit it, you can fix it, but you can't edit a blank page. I will see you again real soon.